Hi guys, I want to talk about DBD's rank system and the current problems with it. First of all, there's way too much bloat. The ranks get way too high by the end of the season, and playing at rank 1 first day of a season compared to rank 1 at the last day of the season is a completely different experience in like the quality of the players and the quality of like the killers and perks and what's being used. There's multiple reasons for this, but the main reason that needs to be fixed, in my opinion, is how pips are distributed. In every other competitive game with ranks, there's always a loser, and there's always like a winner. So there isn't like ranks being injected into the economy of like ranks. Like for you to get a high rank, a lot of people must get like their rank lowered. And what this does is that keeps a certain percentage of people in the top ranks, and they're always pressed to keep it or get more of it to stay in that like top percentage. And it's not done in DBD. I don't know why. It could just be design philosophy or whatever. But what can happen is a killer can get a pip, but the survivors can also black pip. So what happens is that killer now has artificially given a pip to himself without taking it away from anyone else. But this keeps happening on like smaller scales, and after like tens of hundreds of thousands of games, it's like way too many pips into the economy, so the average rank goes up. If we had the statistics, I know for a fact that the average rank at the start of the season compared to the end of the season is like way different, because it's like these games where more pips are being put in than taken out, and there's never games where everyone's like losing pips. Like there's more pips taken away than taken out. So I feel like this is more correlated to Survivor. I feel like on Survivor you can black pip more easily when the killer pips than vice versa, but that's just through my experience, and I've mainly played Survivor. I played a couple hundred hours of killer, but you know, I've only gotten to like rank 2 with Nurse and Wraith, so it's I don't think I have enough knowledge to talk about that. That also leads to like seasons aren't long enough. Seasons aren't long enough because for a competitive player, it's all about their rank. They take like a lot of pride in their rank. It's like, I spent this much time, this much effort learning the game, playing the game, like figuring out these strategies, watching these videos. Like you put all this time and effort into getting a high rank, and you take pride in it. And that takes time, which shouldn't be expected of, especially a new player, within a month. Like, it shouldn't be an expectation. So I feel like seasons should be longer, and it should take more to go through. Like the milestone should be each rank, not each color. Like I feel like I don't get that much dopamine personally when I go from rank 6 to rank 5, for example. That's just random rank up. But when you compare it to rank 4 or rank 5 to rank 4, so you go from purple to red, that's more of a oomph. But I want the same oomph for each individual rank, so it should take you, an average person, like a day or something, or a couple days, if they're playing really well. No one gets particularly hard stuck in this game, which is fine on an individual level, but not on an overall level. Because that brings me to the third point. The third thing wrong with the rank system is that the ceiling in the ranks is too low. What makes it too low is that the bloat in the season, and season being short, but the bloat is still there. You can still feel it. A lot of people can get to it, the max rank, but oomph has been taken out of it. Like when you can, like there's no point in coming to rank 1, and you don't get pride from it anymore. So there's like no point in it. I feel like there should be a goal, but if they like increase the rank ceiling by adding a public leaderboard to everyone at rank 1, you do some placements or whatever, and hey, if you pick like 4 games in a row or 5 games in a row at rank 1, you get permanently put into leaderboard, which is above rank 1, and this is a public leaderboard based off of pips or something like that, where everyone can see it, and it updates like, I don't know, every 5 minutes, I don't know, maybe every hour, who knows how often it would update. But it's just, I don't know, I think it would be kind of interesting to see, have the edge, and that would bring it back, because you'd see who was on it and see who you're beating, who, if you're losing to some people. And for that leaderboard to make a lot of sense though, you'd have to have an in-client like profile page where you could see what killers they're going, match history, perks. That would just make like the cherry on top of this leaderboard. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be that good. Like, it would just make it that much better. It's like, whoa, there's like, this dude's rank 1, what is he doing? You know what I mean? And if there's someone new is on rank 1, and he's like playing some 5-head shit, and he's like giga braining it, that would like add to the flavor and people's like pride. It's like, wow, that's just so cool. And the rank 1 would feel so cool, and then everyone that's like adapting it or taking it was like, whoa, this is so cool, I get to use this before everyone. It's become super meta or something like that. I don't know if it would be nice if it was in client, or if it could be like a public API, which League of Legends does. That's what I'm thinking about when it comes to this leaderboard. I don't know how to stop the bloat though on this leaderboard. I guess you have a maximum of 500 people on this leaderboard, and if you get kicked off the leaderboard by someone lower than you, pip-wise. So I guess at rank 1, instead of like the matchmaking, you just build up pips until you knock the lowest one out, the lowest on the leaderboard out. So as the game becomes more popular, it can be more competitive. And it would the game would continuously, as the metas developed and people got better, the leaderboard will become better in response. So that's why I think it's a good system and not just like a placeholder or something that temporarily works. It's like, if it's a set amount of people, it becomes harder and harder and harder and harder to get onto it, which is not how rank 1 works. But also being public, which is not how rank 1 works. It would be really cool. It would also be cool to see some statistics and that. It's like, wow, would the top killers be spirits like everyone says? Or would it be something else? And then that would also stop a lot of misinformation or misguided hate at developers or the bounce team or whatever. It's like, wait, we have the data. Like, damn, Spirit's not actually that broken. It's just like, it's good against bad players. Or, wait, Spirit is that broken. Wait, god damn, half the people on this leaderboard. Spirits. God damn, we need to balance this. You know what I mean? I don't think I have anything else to say. I feel like there's so much that could be done with this leaderboard that could itch that a lot of people have. With rank. People who, when they started playing, they saw the rank system and it felt really cool to climb it up. But there's once you get to rank 1, which you can tend to do for a couple hundred hours, which is a lot of time. I'm not gonna say it's not, but like, people who are competitive like me will dump thousands of hours. It's like, what are we supposed to do once we hit rank 1? What? The completionist of the tomes doesn't really fit that niche. There's good cosmetics, which is also the tome, but it's also the biome, which some of them you can play for, but like, I wish there was more like specific achievement for cosmetics. That would be really cool, but there's nothing for the 1,000-hour or 10,000-hour person that just plays competitively. Like, I just want to win, and I want to win at any cost type of person. No bars hold back, whatever that saying is. I have no idea what that is, or what that saying is. Like, there's some excuses I've heard against this. It's like not everything's balanced. It'll just be filled with like keys or whatever. It's like, if something's so imbalanced that it can make you win games considerably more than any other strategy, that's not a reason to not put a leaderboard in it. That's a reason to remove it, because it's just bad game design, period. It's not fun to lose to that, and it's not that satisfying. It might be fun to use it, but not long term, and you should be thinking long term, my opinion, about a video game, because there's a good portion of people that spend thousands of hours, and people who spend thousands of hours or just hundreds of hours tend to spend more money on the game, they normally interact with the community more, so I think you should think about them first. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Well, goodbye. Thank you for listening, and hopefully I can start making these more regularly. Whenever I go in the shower, I always have one of these thoughts about a game I play. There's like a total, like an itch. This game is just not itching, even though I feel like it should, or it does at some point, but just long term it doesn't itch. Share the video if you enjoyed it. Leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. So it means a lot, and you can always unsubscribe. And I think only like 1 or 2% of my viewers subscribe, which is really weird, but it is what it is. See ya.